Да не знаю. Блин, впадло это делать. Подсказки будут? О, это про меня. А что выбрать? Что выбрать можно? Я еще нормально? Раз. Ну-ка. Раз. Ну, в смысле, не, я хочу, чтобы бомба было. Я же вообще не знаю, что это за игра. Ну ладно, мыслитель, как будто про меня. Демон ярости, желтый колокчу. Чё начать?
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Чего? Древний рептильный мозг. Это как? Да? Это игра про чтение? Блин. Ну ладно, пофиг.
Ever.
Никогда.
Never.
Совсем никогда.
Ever.
Вообще совсем.
Never, ever, baby.
Ладно.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Проходит определенное количество времени, оно полностью лишено страданий. В нем нет бывших жен. Чего? У кого бывших?
A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. Its bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
У меня просыпается капля осознанности, где-то на периферии мокнет в мертвом кислом соусе какой-то грудой. Тебя окружает опухший постыдный ком мяса. Это чудовищная мысль, что ты не прервешь ее ход. Трудностное уродище еще яснее. Пропавший да-да-да.
Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
Что? Больше любовь, больше нежность. Глупо вытаскивать потерю на поверхность. Ведь с таким трудом сюда добрался, это так дорого стоило. Часть урона уже непоправима. Останешься же нырни со мной в абиссанилагиаль? Чего он?
Do you really?
Да,
You
выпускай.
wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, chef?
Я расскажу тебе, что там тебе не понравится. Почему ты думаешь, что закрутил себя в небытии, или ты не почувствовал, как замариновался? Сколько на себя взял немного, дегнул палку наша. О, у меня последняя.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Да, какое?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice can name a motor carriage.
Чего? Откуда ты знаешь, что это моторакета? Прикинь мне. Чё я говорю? Куда я иду? Он сам идет. Большая бутылка красного командора совершенно пуста. Тут вырвал пленку. Ну да, я уже вырвали. Оденься.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Чего? Ну, наверное, потяну, если я потяну за вентилятор. Ну,
The
отлично.
blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Ну, нормально.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Damn.
Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
Ладно.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Клещи.
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium key.
На по-русски можно? Ну, полно. О. О. Ботинки. Тут туфли, ботинки, кроссовки. Чуть разбито.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Ну, они зря свет
The
включил.
shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the
Листок на
back
правой
of your
кисти
right hand.
испещрена
none of it
сетью
is
тонкой
recent.
шрамы. Но они старые. О чем-то
More
забыли.
likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is
Размер
too
дыры.
large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force.
А, я один ботинок подобрал, другой выкинул нахрен.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. A cool wind gushes in.
Шли за ботинком. Че, вообще придурок? Зачем я ботинком кидаюсь? Женщина. Вот. Я охуел. О, красавица. Порыв соляного ветра. И что, на более?
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snaked like two baby crocodiles. Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now.
Почему запах моря становится дурным? Деньги. Спиздили. У меня в ванне что-то осталось еще. О! Понятно, здесь просто неописуемо. О, рубашка. О, я теперь одетый.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things? Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Почему не могу выкнуть центре? Стекло. Зачем мне зеркало щупать? Не, посмотрим. О, красавчик.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. Good call. Go ahead and try something if you like. Or, you know, stop staring into the mirror. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. It's too late. Like an image on film.
О, я могу на поезда ходить. Это приятней.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
No. because you're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't.
И убить можно?
First, I have to ask, are you okay, sir? You look like you're about to throw up. Can I bring you something?
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth, right in front of her, right here. It makes you put your hand on your stomach and swallow.
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Что за это?
The words have already left your mouth.
Можно и будет.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again. No, you see, that's not what you said. You said... Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time. Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cup are you? Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit. I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. Whatever you are, you should stick to it. It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Ты неудачник. Блин. Вот тут что? Не хочу.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the... There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. This door.
А, я мог в чат передвинуть и не выглядеть как дебил. И где? О. Ну, это микрофон, это зеркало. А, не, колонка. А, не, чат передвинуть, я понял, о чем ты сейчас. Я могу. Ой. А куда его? Ну Ну, тут вроде бы в этой части экрана вроде ничего нет.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Кто такой сильный? Понятно.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. The small steel tag says as much. The great skua. Stegoarius skua. The man plucks at the seabird. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
Ну, я же суперзвезда, давай.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry. No, no. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound.
Get.
You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Опять. Ну ладно. Надо музыку найти. Грустно. Я так понимаю, зеленый и желтый что-то означают. Ух ты. О, да, скорее всего, моторика, это что-то потрогать. Я даже зеленый еще написано. До 13, сейчас сколько? Сейчас вообще заходим. И физиология. У меня психика в один. Как помочь этому челу? Может,
The
ничего не
man
понимаешь?
plucks at the seabird. A competent looks like this is the small steel.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
Еще и напарник есть. Я куплю.
He pretends
Yeah.
not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. A competent looks like this is the small steel tag.
Look, your buddy is... Why don't you go and talk to...
He pretends not to hear you.
Немножечко его убить могу. Силу воли или стойкость? Сила воли. Вот это. И... Вот это. Ух ты. Вот это? Что за бабка?
Hello, sweetie.
Здорово.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Вот это, да? Давай.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Ким Кицураги.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he is waiting for your name.
Okay then.
Да, короче, не знаю, как меня зовут.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the man?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Good.
Конечно.
But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Чего? Ну, блядь, может...
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
Я что знаю, оно на дереве или нет. Чего?
Completely. Does that mean you took the body down from the tree?
Нет, нет.
So, the body is still where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
But first, we have to take it down. After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Полицейский из полиции.
Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Yes.
Тело на дереве. Можно побегать? Ух, блядь. Пацан, что делаешь?
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Вот он.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Чего, блин?
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Нарики, man.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Ну, он обдолбанный.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
Ты офигел?
You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Осуждаю, дебил тупой.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Kuno's Kuno, pig.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Для защиты от кого?
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the...
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
Пистол.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Что делать? Да я тебя тупо ебаный.
Everybody, please! He's digging his dick!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Что происходит? Я хочу подумать.
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
Я чё сдох? Вставай, блядь.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
Блядь, я не хочу.
No, it's many years of combined self-neglect, and all you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder.
Ну вот и поиграли, все. Бля. Играли нахуй. Есть сохранение? Я не сохранялся, бля. Сейчас медиума попробуем. Чувствуете? Я забыл, что сохранение.
Never ever an inordinate amount of time passes.
An awareness creep.
Ex-love. Extend. Do you really?
You wouldn't.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Somewhere in the locker.
You can take it. You're a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungod, a fiery.
Дубль.
This fan has two or has it been consigned there as the blades come squeaking to a halt? It should be easier to reach the tie now. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse radiating chest pain. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones for quite a still ongoing. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move.
Без галстука. Я опять чуть не сдох.
You hear a jingle. It says, a mirror hangs above a bent and broken. Hot water sprays from the base. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly abort, you clearly have not thought this. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is. It appears you're also dead. Please stop. It's horrible. You can't. What does it even mean? You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. Getting clever appears to make the expression even worse. Now it's mixed with smugness. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad. It's too late. Like an image.
Я тебя нормально нахожу. Тут хил. А, нет, тут хил. Я хилку взял.
There they both are. Two identical. Good.
Нормально сидишь. Не хочу с ней рисковать. Найти к ней в комнату. Не могу в ней в комнату пойти. Так, сразу к этому мушечку. А, вон там что-то еще лежит. Ничего не надо.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Давно временно деревня.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself. Forget about the bar. Or don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink there too. But first, you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man. Let's get wild. Lick it. You press your tongue against the counter. The stain is crusted at first, but after a couple of licks, it starts to melt like a snowflake. If snowflakes were made of spiced black rum, maybe it's your imagination, but there's already some lemonade in it too. You could definitely go for some more. The titillating scent of alcohol. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly.
Надо хапнуть.
A man that was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop. Yes, you are. A real decorated. What did you not do? First you took the body down. Then you solved the murder. Then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike. Oh, it's not? You're right. It's not.
He has no respect for you personally, but this man sees himself as a law-abiding citizen, and you a representative of that law.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the I could if I were a bartender, but I'm not.
There may be some way to get a drink. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket, as you. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon he is your half-brother.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Не, как говно какое-то звучит.
No, you won't. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Sounds solemn and historical.
Yes, well. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of it. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice. Yes, of course. Good. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is...
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no... But first, we have to take it down. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Ну,
He nods.
After you.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a...
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to...
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party.
уж реально с пистолетом. Нормалик. Перенакачан.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like you seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Шансы говна.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Что это?
Kuno's got this.
Oh yeah! Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the line!
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the...
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Уродец.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno! He says you climb the ladder up to your magic tree house.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Блять, что за тупой вопрос, как он попал на дерево сам?
Kuno's fucking. Kuno uses the fucking for target practice.
Кто, блять? Суждаю, дебил.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Night City из Киберпанк? Чего, блядь?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost,
Да, осуждаю, блядь.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. The fuck about it? You're testing.
Get lost,
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Patience, bak.
Think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
He seems glad someone understood what he was going for. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Don't listen. Just go.
Fine! Got fucked by the Kuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come.
Чего, блин? Нихуя себе не понял. Можно эту пчелу въебать?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Идите, поговори со мной.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
Что за фрики,
You can
блядь?
still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Ладно, он говорил, какие-то бомжи мусором.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says there's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too. What do you mean, feel? I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here. All the detectives from all the precincts who experience extrasensory perception go to the remote viewers division. Their work is invaluable to the force. No, because they don't exist. There isn't, but we should still access this container. We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably...
Просить ключ будет разумнее. Хотя... Я бы посмотрел, что вот на этой хуйне приехал, да?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest.
10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9, repeat message. Over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to...
10-22, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary.
Is it him? What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his... Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Надо мной ржут, там что-то смешное придумал.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically. Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious. Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking... Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost...
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. He asks you to please stop saying it.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9.
New heights even for Captain...
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Еще пистолет въебан. Сумасшедший.
No. It's gone.
10-9, coming officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. 10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over. 10-9, coming officer. Over. Coming officer. 10-9, repeat message please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over. He says he doesn't.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't.
This isn't true.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his...
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your data.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
О, вот это проверяет.
That's a negative. Not going to say it.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he...
Sure, vanilla waffles with...
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the firewalker in the first place. Who? Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite Officer V. 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in person.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. Okay, 10-4, sir.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
What? What is it?
He wants to verify his info.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen. Hi, General.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. 10.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Come again, sir. I didn't get that. 10-9. 10-4.
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting?
He asked if he ever told me about it.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be...
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was it understood, sir? Roger that.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, a buzz with laughter, when officers...
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucked.
Yeah, Mac's right.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice?
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain. Or anyone else.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavy, cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The pull-out toolbox slides back.
Что сюда? Посрали нахуй. Просто коллеги, кайф, коллеги просто обосрали меня нахуй. Этот наркоша меня, блядь, обосрал нахуй.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that's...
Что значит в активном инвентаре? Кайф 5. И куда я? А я правша или левша? Куда лучше? Правильно.
This trash container is locked. Fourth time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help break its resistance. Utter the power words. There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong.
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough.
He's enjoying your little failure. He finds it amusing. He's reveling in sweaty rage on your face. Unsatisfying, hurtful. You hear a ringing sound, full of itself.
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
No, я все делал. Я по боку пристану. Как знаете, какой у меня построил?
The man with the unimpressive beard notices...
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need direct...
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here.
I didn't imply that. Detective. It's your turn.
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course I...
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The prey drive says.
Oh, thank you. She went away because none of your business. Extra fine.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. If you run out of money, you die. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take...
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
There's a shuffle of nylon as loot. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment.
Пиздец. Мысли какие-то есть. Руку ей по зубу. Чё стало?
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
I can see that.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Ладно, я немножко подожду. Мы про мусорный бак забыли спросить.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it...
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbor...
I thought as much. And are you the only party?
Well, yes. Us and the...
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this...
He sounds irritated.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing... Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little... Because I'm not a bartender. I'm a cafeteria manager. Is there anything else you wanted? Even more reason for me not to serve you, sir.
Дела реально. Иду, то есть меня серик.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the sock, a box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And, turbo, among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches you. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage,
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno?
See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Осуждаю.
Only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going...
It's just organic nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny, something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still...
Officer, is that your paperwork? Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives. It will also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Anyway, where were we?
Some items, such as...
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? Understood. You're that kind of detective. Why don't you? It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper. It's a metaphor. Below the pathetics? Terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the... They're not once in a while. Work, strife, poverty, the general quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages, and an odd naming convention. Yes, it appears you in... Yes, all others appear more light-hearted. The guy's on a couch. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Good. That's a good one. But do you also use the titular? Well, so do I. In our defense, officer, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
there is for precisely one more. 50. The task you've completed. Inspect the victim. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done. Things to be done and things already done.
No, actually. Any ideas? Yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Говно на палке звучало лучше.
You don't exactly close them so much as it's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have in the back. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. A monetary, a dozen paid color of the irises. These are quite sinister. Yes, what delicious. The rest of the stinking cellulose is arson, petty theft. You don't exactly close them so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. It's made of dark blue, the blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside. The plastic shimmers with your hands. You 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know, without resistance or sound. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers. Floral, familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will. Throw it away, please. A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet.
Let go.
Не хочу.
Your hands shake, holding on to it. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, you kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. You feel the ledger slip from your head. No, hold on. To what?
Detective, is everything all right?
Чего? Что случилось, не понял.
There is nothing. Again. Well, that's me. Who was...
Here in because it's always there.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful.
There is no voice. You think they would let you? Until...
Yes.
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. The upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone?
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the dry...
What happened? That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it...
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers, without resistance or sound. You stare at the card, willing your hand to move. It refuses. It's too much. The words just crossed your mind. Who do you think? You. It's slightly. Your hand the acidic stench of... There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of eternite. That's why there it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Автосохранение. Огни добавки.
Be still, my beating heart. It's the lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no?
Ну что за ящик? Я не хочу мужской.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. Man down. A trooper has been left behind. You could swear it's more of an instinct than anything else. But you know it's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous... The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. It's certainly an impressive achievement of engineering. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
See?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it, well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it. What are we doing? Or it could be...
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
Я сейчас сдохну, да? Я сохранился.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a...
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like you almost strained a muscle there.
Жалко, плащ. Может быть, просто выход. Побираюсь. Что это?
several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These
Fuck does Kuno care?
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Get your snout out of Kuno's ass. You should give up, Popo.
You okay, Kuno?
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in? And then what? You fucking there?
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Minuty?
What?
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself. This is weird.
Fuck your shit back to normal. What is this?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
It's a vitamin pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day. Rips mag like a motherfucker.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that. Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it.
Course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just got a fly, pig. Kuno knows. Kuno and C saw you shit yourself. It's okay, pig. Not everyone can face the fear Kuno's.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. The fuck do you good call, pig? My Kuno doesn't.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Güzel.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed...
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like you all...
No. Пиздец. Едь. Есть идея.
Yes?
No response. He just arches his brow.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Not a fan. It's just the nature.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own.
Your heart beats twice like a fist. The serotonin deficiency makes your teeth clench. The lieutenant glances at his electronic. A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sport.
Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you...
A moment passes.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the that's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. I can see you're disappointed. You are right to be. I don't speak a word of Seolite.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
No.
The lieutenant nods.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't say that it does, no. When I need...
The lieutenant produces his... That's where his... You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need...
That's correct.
That makes him a binoclard. Completely uncopped material.
Are they?
You could use...
Good. Let's change the subject. What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez. They didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice against. That's us. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. You mean like a brief? Do you want me to? 3 days ago, during that time, the victim. Okay then. Was there? No. The deceased is. I can assure. No.
There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex.
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. Better still than an. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, later. Good.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me.
Don't be traumatizing here.
I'll die before I squeal. What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got to.
I'll die before I Murder was the case they gave me. I'll die before I...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is her number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005.
Received. Hold.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you. There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, absolutely not.
Ouch. That's like 20 points of pride damage right there, buddy.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know whom?
You think you hear a sliver of accusation? Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Maybe, I don't know. No, not me. No, sorry, I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers' union.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the union. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, go on. No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and showed us your badge. I don't need to hear about it. Oh, no.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it. People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed. I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your...
Somewhere in a dank rental apartment, two police officers stand in the dark. One of the men, trying not to slip on old newspapers, makes his way to the window and pulls... Goddamn. Officer Michelle Elfboy Williams speaks to himself. His partner, Sundance Fisher.
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir. Clogging it completely. After... I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective? I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart. You know, Wimp, that's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a... Not a spinster. You have to think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
No. What? Oh God. Please, just stay out of my life.
What? What is it?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything?
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to Gart now.
57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides...
In another time and place, she might have flirted back. But that ship sailed.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Yes, and it seems to me that you do well to stick close to him. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. And even if he weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use for me. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you perhaps another time. Of course, dear.
can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they...
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself. Down
on Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck.
Thank you anyway.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Yes? Yes, have you got it? Like what? I was rarely... God.
Oh, but he should be. Lay it on him.
Wonderful.
It is. It's one...
What? What does that mean? Cock carousel? Does it mean you talked to her? What else did she say about me?
What else do you need? He looks at you, spinning your arms, then leans on the corner and sighs.
She broke the bird, you know. The great skewer. I found it on the ground with the broken wing. I should have known. It was her way of telling me to piss off. I should stuff it up my arse.
Yes, the bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope, and she broke it.
Huh. Cock carousel. I think I understand now. That's what they ride until, like, 39. They ride the cock carousel until the clock runs out. Here, have the rest. Now, let me have a drink and think about this shit for a moment. On my own.
And there we have it. Isn't that beautiful? Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of light reflects off the green glass of the Commodore. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it. There's a satisfying... You see a flash of teeth. A young woman smiling at you. Near some... A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are...
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry, endurance, pain threshold, and shift.
From the void we came, and to the void we...
Yes?
banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal one you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
What do you want to know? Good.
Ну, я в тупике, блядь. Я думаю, сегодня может заканчивать. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, ходите в мой ТГ. Также переходите на твич. Ну, сегодня все. Всем удачи.